Decentering men. How do I feel about this topic? I mean, first let me explain what decentering men is actually supposed to be. It's just supposed to be not putting men, it's just supposed to be not putting men at the center of your decision making. And by men, we don't just mean like any average Joe or Steve on the street. We're talking about the people who you want to date, marry, be with, etc. Not putting what they like at the center of your decision making. However, there will be some crossover. Like, take me. I'm a hair extension merchant. We all know it. My hair length changes every few weeks. My actual hair comes down to here. Yeah? But right now, I got extensions that come all the way down to like my waist. Cool. Now, I like having long hair because I like the way it frames my shoulders. I feel like I have fairly strong shoulders, you know? I like the way it frames them. And I like the way it makes my whole head look. I do also like short hair, but you know, that's a topic for another day. However, men also prefer women with long hair. So you see how the preference is mine, but there's crossover. So we also can't pretend that that's not a thing either. Yeah, that's not a thing, because it simply is. There's always going to be crossover. However, I'm not going to, let's say I didn't have any hair extensions, or I don't know, I just didn't have time. And so, like, I'm going out with just my hair. I'm not going to be like, oh no, people aren't going to like me just because I don't have my extensions in. No, I go outside without them all the time. But I prefer to put them in. Do we say it's for me that I do it? Like, technically it's for my reflection. Because I like looking at my reflection. And other people like looking at my reflection. So do with that what you will. You may come to the conclusion that it's male-centered or not. I actually can't be asked. But, yeah. That talking point of decentering men was originally supposed to be for women who grew up in backgrounds and cultures where you are told right from childhood to center everything you do around men, by way of even down to like the career that you choose to do. Hold on, can it? Yes, your hand is, yes, we can see that, yeah. Okay, even down to the career you choose to do was a male-centered thing. Like, don't become a doctor, become a nurse in case, because you don't want to emasculate your man. Yeah, you don't want to emasculate him. Something like that. Like, don't go after your true dreams because you don't want to emasculate him. Make sure you always dress modestly. Yes, if not, no man will want to marry you. That kind of thing. And we all know that that's not true, because these so-called 304s get married all the time. And there's no difference between the rate of divorce between a so-called 304 and a good girl. So, that's the thing. So it's like, so after people have seen this, they're like, okay, so why am I following a bunch of dumb rules that, number one, didn't work for them, and a bunch of dumb rules that don't guarantee any results, and stopping myself from doing what I want to do? It wasn't supposed to be something where, yeah, I'm going to do the opposite of what men like, yeah. No, it's not that. It's doing what you like. Like, oh, they say a lot of men don't like nose rings. Those liars. Oh no, they're lying. Now, do they actually? Hold on. Well, I am attractive, so it doesn't matter if I have some tiny dots on my face or not. Yeah, I guess. I mean, when they say nose rings, I feel like most people are referring to the septum, because a lot of interesting characters get septums. But that's a story for another day. I think that there's something else I wanted to get in here. So like, yeah, like some people, like with every movement, there's gotta be the extremists. They're the people who understand what's really going on here and who resonate with this message because of how, like I was too, because of how they were forced to be a good girl, which stopped them from doing things that they wanted to do. And then there are people who are like, yeah, just gotta do the opposite of whatever men like. And it's like, no. So everyone's using the same term. I'm decentering men, but meaning completely different things. You know, some people say, yeah, I'm decentering, I'm just never going to date men because I have a bad experience once. And then there are people like me who are like, I'm going to take my time because I've had bad experiences in the past, but I'm not, saying no to everyone. We're all a bit different in that aspect. I keep getting anxious that my mom is listening to my videos as I'm recording them. Mind you, she also thinks I'm talking to myself. I do talk to myself sometimes, but this ain't those times when that don't mean nothing, because you have to consult, like, obviously you have to consult the most knowledgeable person on your life about your life, and that would be me. So yeah, but so I lost my train of thought. But anything else I want to say, I'll just make a follow-up.